Hey everyone, I just want to make one thing, stress one thing in this video is eventually, no matter how much you've acquired in materials and stuff, you're going to eventually have to go and farm. There won't be any items on the auction house, or they'll just be so expensive that it's just not worth it to craft. So ideally, you kind of come out, you find where the item is that you need, and you go and farm it. In this case, I'm farming savage leather, um, and since it's cataclysm, so there's two potions you can use. One would be the potion of treasure finding. If you're in cataclysm and you know you're going to be farming a lot of creatures or mobs or whatever, uh, then that might be pretty good to get, because what it does is it drops these tiny treasure chests, which will contain other materials that or gold that you can use in your other professions and stuff. So it never hurts to to have one of those on. Preferably you have a alchemist and you can create your own. Uh, so that's always helpful. Also, skinning here, it looks like I'm getting a few of these volatiles. So also when you're crafting, look for items that you can craft that require something more than just like let's say, for example, savage leather. If it requires only savage leather, then usually that means anybody can probably create one, and uh, those are actually pretty cheap items, but a lot of people use those for leveling their profession, and then sometimes they'll just dump the items on the auction house, or everybody that's ever uh, gone through and crafted them have gone ahead and crafted those items uh, for the transmogs themselves. So there's maybe not a lot of demand for it as well. So if you can pick something that requires more than just uh, the base component, if it requires volatile fire, which actually is not bad to just sell on the auction house, but if it requires something else that makes it a little bit more painful to create, there'll be less supply on the auction house. Uh, so the other thing that is helpful is this Darkmoon Firewater. There's two types on the auction house. So this particular one reduces your gathering of resources. So if you notice, I loot it, and then skinning is like ultra fast. So you can do that. And here I'll show you. If you're gathering herbs is faster. I haven't really tried mining. So the other thing I want to mention is you probably want a class that's good um, at farming, and I find the druid to be one of the better ones. So the other advantage of the druid is I can dream walk, and I'm hoping this works here. So the idea is that you dream walk, and then when it'll transport you to your hub, the Emerald Dreamway. But and especially if you're in a dungeon or something, you can dream walk at the end of the dungeon, especially if they don't have a nice way to get out. You can come here, you can sell whatever you need to sell, and then you can dream walk again, and ideally it puts you reasonably close to wherever you want to. Also, from your dreamway, you can go to a lot of different places in the around Azeroth, so it makes things pretty quick. So I would recommend a druid. I know a lot of people like demon hunters, and I also have a monk that I sometimes farm on. Monks can do the I think it's the Zen meditation, and they can go back, and a lot of times you finish a dungeon, you 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 want to get out of the dungeon so you can either sell the items, empty your bags, or mail stuff away, and and then you want to get back, reset the dungeon, and then get back back into it as quickly as possible. So those are the different classes I would recommend. Druid, Monk for sure, and somehow Demon Hunter works. I haven't really played around with that. So anyway, y'all have a good day.